it going already?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, I'm Stacy.
Hi, I'm
Lee, right?
Howard. What's up?
Did you find us okay?
Yeah,
Can I get you a drink or anything like that?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what brought you here?
Yeah, I've been working at this video business, video rental business, and I work in the warehouse section, and I have piercings, and because I worked in the warehouse section,
It didn't matter.
it didn't really matter at the time, but I was promoted to customer service after working there for about 5 years.
Okay.
And I guess they started to enforce the policy because I'll be in front of customers.
Okay.
And I've been suspended from my job because I guess they won't allow the piercings.
Okay. So there.
And I joined this church for church is a body modification, and I thought that because of my spiritual beliefs, they wouldn't be able to force me to remove my piercings, and I can continue to work there.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's something that can protect me or not from losing my job.
Okay. So you've had the job for 5 years. You recently got promoted to customer service. Now you're in front of employees, and they suspended you because of your piercings. Is that the gist of it?
That's the gist of it, yeah. I was hired in June, or had orientation in June 2010, and then I was hired in July 2010. I worked in the warehouse, and 5 years later, I was promoted to customer service, and then I was on the radar because I was working in front of customers. So
What is the name of the church again?
That's a Church of Modification. Church of Body Modification.
So what would you like to accomplish? You just want to keep your job and your piercings, is that right?
Yeah, I want to be able to, I want to be a good role model for the church, and I feel like I need to show my piercings to show them, that it gives you a spiritual connection, and it just gives you a connection to your core. And if I have to take them out, I know I kind of lose that spiritual connection.
Let me ask you this: did you tell? When did you get suspended?
I was suspended. There was a few meetings. One was with my supervisor, and they informed me that I would need to take my piercings out, and I refused.
So how long ago was this meeting?
This was September 11th or 12th.
What's the supervisor's name?
My supervisor's name is Susan Klein.
Is that the one who you had the first meeting with?
Yes.
Is that K-L-I-N-E?
K-L-E-I-N.
K-L-E-I-N. Okay. And at this first meeting, how did the meeting come about?
Or Sally Klein. The meeting came because she had, I guess, been authorized. They had meetings. Name of the company is Village VDOT Video.
What is that? What did you just say?
Village Video.
What is that?
That's the name of the company. And they had meetings with their...
That's the company you work for?
Yeah. With their brass, I guess, to decide to enforce this policy. So...
Where did you get that information from?
That was from... I think because my boss encountered me, I realized that they were enforcing that.
So you're just assuming that they had a meeting to decide to enforce this, or did they actually have a meeting and decide to enforce this?
I found it was just I was just told that it was following a corporate meeting. They
Okay.
decided to enforce the policy, and then Sally was telling us, what the deal was, that they're going to start enforcing it. And we
That was
need to-
was this before or after the meeting with Sally?
the corporate meeting was before with
So,
Sally.
right.
Yeah.
But when she told you, you said she told us that they're going to start enforcing it. You're talking about the staff.
She's informing the employees in general.
So
As
that
to-
was before this meeting with her.
There were
right?
several other employees with facial
Okay.
piercings.
So what did the other employees do when she told them that they had to remove their piercings?
The other employees,
Have they shown back up to work without their piercings in? Did they generally comply with it, or are they still wearing theirs too?
like we all got together and we said we're not going to remove them.
Everybody.
I'd say most of us. Yeah.
Most people still
Yeah.
have their piercings in?
Yeah, I'm friends with some of the people that work there, and all of us friends got.
Are they
together.
also suspended?
I'm not aware if they're suspended or not. I would think they would also be suspended. Yeah,
But you don't know.
I don't know.
Do you know for a fact that they were not suspended?
I don't know for a fact that they were not suspended. No.
Your meeting with Sally Klein, the supervisor, was that one-on-one, or was that a group meeting with all the people with piercings?
That was a group meeting.
Okay. Did you have any one-on-one meetings after that?
I had a one-on-one with her boss, Catherine Adams. That was on September 14th. So September 12th is when.
What was the September 12th was the first meeting with Sally Klein.
Or, no, September 10th. September 10th.
September 10th was the meeting with the group meeting with Sally Klein,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct.
And then
And then I was told
second meeting.
the second meeting was September 14th with her boss, but before that, September 12th, I was told I wasn't a member of this church until I had this problem with my piercings, where I was told if I joined this church that it's possible that I could get religious protection,
So
to be able to
You
work.
joined the church after you were told that the piercings needed to come out?
That's correct.
Okay.
When was? To say that over again. Everything you just said. Say it one more time.
So September 10th is when I had the meeting with my boss,
Okay.
and that was the group meeting, and then September 12th is when I was told about this church, and then September 12th I joined the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the piercings of a religious nature, or are they just piercings?
It's a matter of the church believes that piercings connect you to your spiritual core.
But
so,
do you believe that?
Yeah, I think I'm like, as far as the beliefs of the church go, I follow that. I connect with that.
Did you?
I wasn't aware of the church, but now that I've heard about it, I really connect with what they believe.
Did you feel this way prior to September 10th?
I would say with my piercings is just a matter of preference. I didn't really see like the spiritual side to it, but
Okay. So,
I feel like after reading about this church, I've connected to their ideas, and I feel like I belong.
so we have the group meeting was September 10th. You joined the church September 12th, and then you had a one-on-one with Catherine September 14th. Were there any other meetings or anything else significant that happened either before that or after that, or any time that you could think of that would help us?
What was that? What is Sally's boss's name again?
Catherine Adams.
Catherine.
So I had the meeting with Sally on the 10th, and then I decided to join the church the 12th. So after I joined the church, I'm like, there's no reason I should have to take my piercings off. So September 13th, I show up to work with my piercings.
Question.
And that's what sparked the meeting with her,
With Catherine.
with Kath.
So September 13th, went to work with piercings.
Mhm.
Now, really quickly, you had said, let me just write this note. You had said that you were told that you could get religious protection for your piercings. Who told you that?
It was another employee, it was a friend that suggested I could avoid these challenges to facial art by joining this church.
What was that employee's name?
Playing, I was just a friend.
If you could get us his name, that would help us for our next interview.
Shoot,
So, with all these meetings and everything, did you get any memos or any paperwork or anything that came out of the meetings?
Yes, I did. Well, no, I didn't get anything out of those meetings, but I have like information on the church and
Okay.
also my membership application.
Okay,
Yeah.
any paperwork that you have would help us.
Okay.
And you said that you started 5 years ago, and they're just now promoting.
When I started 5 years ago, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
When I started 5 years ago, I didn't have any like body piercings. I just had like ears.
Just ears?
Yeah, and then
How many piercings do you have now?
so right now I have a tongue stud, a nose piercing, an eyebrow piercing, and 2 cheek studs.
Okay.
Well ventilated.
When you first started, was it the policy to not have facial piercings at that time? Do you know? Even though it wasn't enforced?
I was aware of the policy, but I was working in a warehouse and nobody said anything, so I
What is it?
I was
Cheek,
comfortable.
tongue.
I don't know. I
a
got
nose
cheeks and
piercing, a tongue stud, and 2 cheek studs, and an eyebrow piercing.
toes, an eyebrow. And your ears.
That was over the next few years that I worked there that I got that.
And nobody said anything to you as you. But it was a slow progression over the last 5 years that you've slowly gotten more and more piercings. And
Yeah.
nobody said anything to you the entire time?
Yeah, and I also have tattoos, but they're not. You can't see them.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what happened? Walk us through. You went to work on the 13th. What happened when you got to work?
When I got to work, I was confronted by Klein, and that's when I informed her I'm a member of this church,
Okay, 1 second.
and that my piercings, they're part of my religion now.
1 second.
Okay, sure.
On the 13th.
What did she say to that?
Yeah.
Well, I told her that my religion requires me to act as a role model, and in order to act as a role model, I need to display these piercings. And she said that I would have to stop wearing them, even though I informed her of that connection with that religion.
Did she, was it a civil conversation? Was there any yelling or anything like that?
Well, I asked her. I offered to cover the jewelry with like a Band-Aid that's like the color of flesh, and she said that was not acceptable. So I was willing to, make some kind of concession to, what
Is there any recording?
promote the image I guess they want.
Is there any recording of this encounter?
Oh no, there's no recording.
All right.
When were you suspended?
So she called me into her office and informed me of their intent to enforce it. That was on September 14th. And then I showed up September 15th with the jewelry on still. And they, both her, Klein and Adams, they told me I would be suspended.
Okay.
So then I asked them, can I use vacation during that suspension? And they said I could up until September 24th. And then they told me if I didn't return to work following that weekend on the 27th without the jewelry, I'd be terminated.
Okay, so right now, have you been terminated or are you still suspended?
I'm still suspended.
So so the 14th, Sally called you into her office and said that they're going to enforce the no piercings rule.
Mhm.
On the 15th, you came to work with piercings.
On the 15th, yes,
And
that's
then
right.
what happened?
She advised that I'd been suspended.
Who?
Both Klein and Adams.
Where was that? Where did that conversation take place?
I think they just took me to the side, and I think I can't remember if it was Klein's office or Adams' office. But
Now, you
it
had
was one
said
of their
that you had a
offices.
meeting with Sally's boss, Catherine Adams.
That's right.
When was that meeting?
That was 14th.
On the 14th, you had
Uh-huh.
a meeting with Catherine.
That's right.
Now, what transpired during that meeting?
That was where I had, she advised me of the policy and the company's intent to enforce the policy. I'm not sure of the scope of the enforcement, but it was definitely my position.
Okay, so that was the 14th meeting. I thought you had said that was with Sally, but so that was with Catherine Adams.
Hmm.
So, on the 13th, Sally confronted you, and you told her that you were part of the church. Did she allow you to